This is the iPhone 12 Pro Max. It has been quite a while since its initial release, and that gave me plenty of time to play around with this phone. So first, let's talk about design. I'm not sure about you, but I'm really digging this design. The matte glass at the back, the boxy design, the shiny rails. Well, I'm not sure about the shiny rails though, cause you may notice it has been such a challenge to keep dust and fingerprints away. This iPhone also has crevices that are really hard to clean. But all of these problems would definitely go away if you just put a case on it. And speaking of all that, this phone is massive. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing because it all depends on what you're going to be using it for. If you're someone like me that enjoys content consuming, well, the answer is obvious. The 6.6-inch screen will not let you down. But either way, the iPhone 12 Pro and the 12 Pro Max are basically the same phone, but in different sizes, so there's no right or wrong choice here. If you would ask me to choose one favorite thing on this iPhone besides the new design, it would definitely be the display. This display is a beast, hence they are calling it the Super Retina XDR OLED display. Yes, this display peaks out at 1200 nits, and naturally that makes it a really good device to consume HDR content. Now paired up with the excellent coverage of the sRGB and DCI-P3 color space, you'll get one hell of a display that has one huge downside. This display is still stuck at 60Hz. Well, Apple really did great with their animation and processing speed to somewhat negate this issue. But I think that it's time for us to see true 120Hz refresh rate on the iPhone. But besides that, I really can't complain. It's an amazing display. The A14 Bionic chip in this iPhone is such a beast. In fact, I think that Apple might even underclock this chip to some extent. Maybe it's just thermal throttling because the iPad Air 4, which has the same A14 Bionic chip, can get better results in synthetic benchmarks. But does this matter? No, absolutely not. In the real world, this phone just flies. I never felt that I didn't have enough power or didn't have enough RAM. I mean, I don't think you should worry about that too, because come on, it's a brand new iPhone. The battery life that I got with this phone was pretty decent, nothing special, it gets me through the day quite easily. If you're a fan of wireless charging, you'll love the MagSafe system. But if your dream is to have Type-C in the iPhone, honestly speaking, I think that's not gonna happen. Hopefully what I said will not be true, but let's just wait and see. Now let's move on to the camera. Or cameras, to be exact. As anyone would expect, yes, it's a great camera. Image processing is top of the class. Lens switching is perfect. I'm still surprised that no other flagship does lens switching better than the iPhone. Also, portrait mode is way better than before, probably the best portrait mode ever. You know, when Apple announced that you can record Dolby Vision HDR videos right on your iPhone, I was super pumped to give it a try. The dynamic range is phenomenal. The colors, skin tones, everything is just right on point. But I was a bit disappointed because the compression is just too high. I would love to see Apple add a high bitrate option, but would anyone care about this other than camera nerds like me? No, I don't think so. But note, if you do record a lot of videos, this phone's outstanding image stabilization will really help a lot. I mean, would you just look at it? It looks like as if it was flying or on a gimbal or something. Honestly, it's really outstanding. It might just be my second favorite thing on this iPhone. But keep in mind that this enhanced optical image stabilization is only available with the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Look, as you come to expect, yes, this phone is great. But I think it's time for Apple to give us something that is worthy of a headline, just like what they have been doing with the Macs and the iPads. For instance, the M1 chip. It has mind-boggling performance with battery that runs for days, or like the iPad Pro that has next-gen mini LED display packed right into that thin little device. We all know that they are more than capable of giving us the wow factor that we need, but I guess we just have to be patient. So until then, we'll just stick with what we have. Bye.